Hello, I'm Farhad Rustamov from Frankfurt am Main, Germany. In the last broadcasting of ANTV, I said that I would be covering economic issues on ANTV. Today is the first session. Today I would like, in a very brief manner, focus on four issues of economy of Azerbaijan. First of all, I'd like to underline that I'm going to focus on fundamentals of economy. In further sessions, I will be talking about banking system, corruption in the country, as well as I would like to dedicate some time for EBRD's report on Azerbaijan. That will be the next session. Today I'm going to talk about four problems which I see as fundamental in Azerbaijan economy before we discuss and consider any issues any further. First of all, no clear economic model is given. We simply, as per information I have and as per my subjective understanding, we have no clear economic model in Azerbaijan. What kind of economic system we would like to see in Azerbaijan in 5 years, in 10 years? Does anybody know that? Are we going to be really market-oriented and concentrate on consumers' issues, concentrate on issues which are very important in American system or in Japanese? Or would like to select Chinese model? Or will be interested in mixed economy like in northern countries of the European Union? That's the matter we're going to discuss today as well. So, absence of economic model is the fundamental problem for any economic problems in Azerbaijan. Secondly, since we do not have economic model, we have a problems with economic policy. There is no clear economic policy. Probably there are papers, decrees, laws, decisions, and so far, but there is no clear policy which is seen to be consequently fulfilled by the government and by decision makers in that country. And I believe that's a very serious problem. Third is the full absence of efficiency. I do not see, and again, as per information I have, the level of efficiency in the country. Absence of efficiency will negatively affect and is already affecting the productivity and the economic growth and above all economic development. I will come to this issue once again back. Fourth, I see the problem is absence of professional management and governance in the economy. I don't want to say that people who are decision makers today are bad, but I do not see professional style, I do not see professional decisions, and I do not see real serious results. Once again, I can base my assumptions on the information I have, which is definitely could be very limited. But how can we solve those problems? And what I'm going to propose now goes not in the details because so much time we do not have. First, absence of economic model. We need to concentrate on clear definition and selection of economic model. We need to think about it, and that's the principally most important thing. I'm not going to suggest anything, although sometimes I think that Keynes' model for Azerbaijan would be most acceptable. But that's the matter of strong argument. We need to concentrate on it, and I'm personally working now on figuring out which model could be the most optimal for Azerbaijan, although I believe this question cannot be answered in that way. Secondly, absence of economic policy. Well, we need to concentrate on particular industries, and we need to define industries which must be developed as a part of diversification of national economy to avoid serious crises which will eventually strike Azerbaijan soon. I believe we need to develop agricultural sector. I believe we need to focus on high tech. We need to focus on financial institutions, and with that maybe and probably become financial center of Middle East and far south Eastern Europe. I believe to become financial center of the former Soviet Union is also possible. We need necessary infrastructure, laws, and people, and I believe we have all opportunities to achieve that. And fourthly, we need of course to develop oil and gas industry, oil and gas supporting industry, so we do not rely hardly on foreign companies on importing machinery for oil and gas production. These issues are going to be discussed separately in the next sessions. Third, when I talk about absence of efficiency, The only one way I can prove my words is when I look at the development of infrastructure in Azerbaijan. It is really bad. Construction of beautiful buildings, and beautiful is a subjective issue, construction of houses there and there will not actually be considered as infrastructure. We do not need maybe large bridges, but we need to improve water waste industry, we need to improve pipelines, electricity, etc. Many houses around, not only in Baku but in other regions, do not have gas supplies or electricity. That's a very serious issue. Without infrastructure, we will not be able to attract enough investments. And if we're not efficient in infrastructure, we may lose the competition, for example, to our neighboring countries. And this is definitely what we don't want to. How we will work on infrastructure and how we're going to develop it will be the next section dedicated as well. And fourth, when I said absence of professional management and governance, what should we do in this case? I have a clear proposition. I believe we need independent commission to value different projects and compare them with similar. We need strong tax system and tax incentives, and we're going to talk about it. But how about professional management and governance? I strongly believe we need independent board of advisors by the Azerbaijani government, by cabinet of ministers, or by the president. That board of advisors should consist of representatives of different economic schools, as well as representatives of large corporations, mid-cap, small-cap companies. Of course, also representatives of banking sector. These intelligent people will be able to combine scientific views and scientific approaches with practical issues together to come up with recommendations for the government and for the president, who, of course, considering these issues and considering additional information from his own sources, may take or resign from this decision. I believe there is a chance for such board of advisors. I believe such a board of advisors is very necessary because this board of advisors will definitely be a recommending office, advising office, and by representing of different schools and different industries, these people will be able to focus on efficient decisions. They will have to research and analyze the economy. They will have detailed studies of diverse industries, and they will have to have detailed study of international experience. Here, the experience of Azerbaijani students, professional scientists abroad will be invaluable help. These are issues which I'd like to talk today, and I think I'm finished. I'm sorry if it was too long, and I'm sorry if we did not get into the details, but I'm asking for understanding. ANTV is not providing too much time for too much talking. Next section I will be talking about EBRD report in Azerbaijan with very surprising questions. Why EBRD now, almost by the end of the year 2007, is coming with such reports. Secondly and third sessions would be dedicated to issues of financial institutions development in Azerbaijan and what kind of construction of economic model we may present. We're open for critics and for any support. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.